It's the weekend. It's Saturday. I love Saturdays. I can relax, I can drink coffee, I can stream. Life is good. Let's pick up where we left off. Let's go hunting today. I gotta remember where we left off. I think we have, yep, we have one more Blacktail to pick up. And we can put a done stamp on that mission. That's not a Blacktail, but we'll certainly take a moose if we can get it. Yeah, let's wander over there. Hello. Okay, so the wind really isn't in my favor with these guys. These guys. I can't believe I just said that. He's probably long gone. He smelled me and ran the other direction. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a look. It's 9 a.m. If I remember right, we had some pretty good luck with Blacktail up in this area. So what we can do is, let's fast travel over to here, and we'll head northeast from here and maybe pick up our last, no, that's not what I wanted. And maybe we'll get lucky, pick up that last Blacktail, and from there, we'll see what the daily challenge is. I think I saw there was today's daily challenge.
I spotted some tracks earlier, close to where you're at right now. I'll send the coordinates.
You do that. You let me know what. Well, I'll tell you. Let's look. Let's check the map out. What did he see? Well, there's footprints. We'll head that direction in a minute. I think the daily challenge was something about small animals, vermin. We can, down at the south end of this reserve, there's a pretty good place for picking up rabbits. So maybe we'll head that direction. Troy, welcome to the stream today. How are you doing? You haven't missed much. We're just getting started. We're going to try to get one more blacktail deer, and then we'll work our way south. I like the guy that came on. I spotted some tracks close to where you're at. It was almost 200 yards away. And how did he know where we were at? I have a bad feeling about this. Is this where... Goodness. How are you guys? We're doing well. And I just remembered something. That the blacktail deer we found earlier were up in this area. We started off a little bit... Okay, so let's do this. Let's work our way north up to where this hut is. We'll claim that. Maybe we'll hit this on the way by. And then we'll go look for blacktail up there. So we'll go for... Let's see. By the way, you turned off permadeath on my summer car and it helped. But it spawned me in front of the church when I died. Yep, that is where you respawn. Fortunately, you won't lose any of the progress you made. It's just that you've got to figure out how to get home from being in town. I've found that you can either wait for the little green car to come by, stick your thumb out and try to hitchhike from him, or take the bus, get off at the bus stop at the end of your road, and you end up having to walk all the way in from there. So if I respawn in town, usually what I'll do is leave a case of beer next to Timo's store over by the loading dock area, so that if I respawn and Timo is closed, I at least have some beer there where I can, my thirst bar won't get out of control, and start working my way home. Either wait in town for the little green car to come by and hitchhike, or take the bus. The nice thing about the green car is he'll take you right to your house. But riding with him, there's always the slight risk that he might do a kamikaze run into a tree and you'll end up being collateral damage and then respawning back at the church again. But it's good to see you got that issue resolved. Congratulations. And that's that elk over there. We're going to leave him alone. Yes, beer and sausage. Sausage is my favorite food in the game. I found that for the price, it gives you the maximum bang for reducing your hunger. The other ones in there, there's the chips, the potato chips, there's the macaroni, and the pizza. Those will help. They don't bring down the hunger as much, but they do add thirst. You have too many chips, and yeah, your hunger comes down, but all of a sudden your thirst is pegged again. I'm going to go back to my summer car. We'll do that stream tomorrow. I thought we'd grind away a little bit here and on Layton Lakes. And tomorrow at noon Eastern, we'll go work on my summer car again. I think I'll start naming these streams Countdown to Permadeath. I've made the decision that the moment that Topless Gun, the developer, the moment the game is a full release, I'm going to restart the game, start from scratch again in permadeath. Whoa. Okay. Having the headphones a little too loud and the thunder. If you stream on Twitch, the PC is hanging. Don't have a graphics card. Yeah, that playing with the integrated graphics is doable, but the problem is once you start streaming, you're putting the entire workload on your CPU, and yeah, you might just be going beyond the the capabilities of what your system can do. Sorry to hear that. I was doing well with my setup with the gaming, except for this. I had the graphics up on ultra, and when I was streaming, I was getting too many dropped frames, and ended up having to back the graphics on this down. I dropped some of the settings from high down to, or from ultra down to high, and was able to successfully get streams running again with this game. Not that I didn't mind playing My Summer Car a bit more. The good news is, if you're in the market for a graphics card, the Blacktail, all right. The good news is, with the 3000 series video cards coming out from GeForce, there's a lot of places that are marking down their existing inventory on graphics cards. So I've noticed locally the prices on some of the older, like a GX 570, which isn't a great card, but if you don't have one at all, and depending on your budget, it's a start. All right, Mr. Blacktail, where are you? He's going to be downwind of me. I have a hunch we're not going to see him come back. And if I try tracking him, I'm just going to chase him away. Might be better off just pressing on to the north. It's not a cow, it's a deer call. All right, we'll head on. I like how you made the cow reference there. Or does that have nothing to do with used cows? It mooed. It was not a moo. Oh, what's the word for like when a deer calls? It starts with a B. That's going to bug me. I'll think about that. Bleat. B-L-E-A-T. Isn't that what you would call a verbal sound from a B question mark? Bleat, yeah, that. Thank you. Because now I can put that behind me. Otherwise, it would just drive me crazy for the next long while I thought of what that word was. Well, let's stand up and pick up the pace here. I don't feel like crawling all the way up. No. Ooh, hello, coyote. You're pretty close, too. Now, you're not going to tell me that sounded like a cow. It's always a gamble. They never come straight at you. They work their way around to the side. The question is, which side? The rooster. Seriously, this is a rooster to you? We should find a new game, My Summer Barnyard, and we'll go through all the animal sounds. Strangled rooster. Yeah, that's good. Hello there, buddy. Bye there, buddy. And now I have to stand corrected. Because he did come straight out of those woods. And didn't go around to one of the sides. We'll take you. It's a bronze. Nothing to write home about, but a kill's a kill. Oh, you know what? Let's check that. Because I think... Yeah, Varmint Hunter is today's challenge. Foxes, coyotes, jackals, rabbits, hares. Okay. So we'll keep hunting for the Blacktail. Once we do that, we'll head down towards rabbit country. And no more strangled roosters. Well, I can't promise too much. I don't see anything. Whoops, wait a minute. A whitetail? I don't want you. Yeah, run away. Run away, Bambi. Let's call some of your blacktail cousins. Tracks. Or as I call them, footy prints. Whitetail. I don't want whitetail. Anything over there? Nope. Alright. Whatever these things are, the grass with the red mixed in, I notice it crunches really loud. Different from other grass. Whitetail just now. I know that. But I don't want a whitetail. I think it's just dry. Hello. I saw you. Oh, that's that same whitetail. I mean, if you're just going to walk up to me, I'll take a shot at you. Oh, wait a minute. Who are you? That was a little low. Maybe he'll just run off to the right there and die. The first one was a quick kill. Yeah, decent rack on him. He's a gold. I'll take that. 276, 253. Oh my gosh. That's one of the closest I've got to a diamond in a long, long time. Yeah, we'll taxidermy you. We'll add you to the lodge. And that other one, he ran off this direction. Yeah, I hope I'll get there. I'll keep trying. Maybe later today we'll get lucky and grab a diamond. Okay. Let's take a look at the map. How did we do? We might have 2 kills here. Let's keep wandering around maybe. Tell you what, let's do this. In the middle of this splotch, right about where we are now, let's put a waypoint so when we wander around we know where the center of the circle was. We'll look for a blood mark here. Maybe I didn't catch him at all. It's just a walking track. Trot. No, we need to find one that was running. Your internet can hardly handle 1080. Yeah, I'm uploading 1080 right now, and I'm doing about 3.5 megabit. I don't know if your internet service, if you've got like asymmetrical service where the upload speed is slower than the download, and depending on that, I suppose it could be an issue. I'm using Streamlabs OBS, and I've even tried a couple of times when I was trying to get this game dialed in. I went down even to 2.5 megabit, and it looked pretty good. Though I was pretty happy knowing I could push it back up to 3.5. I know a lot of people stream just at 720, knowing that that's the happy medium between, if the choice is, 1080 isn't working, but 720 or not at all, then that's not a bad compromise. We'll go down around the shoreline there, then we'll work our way up to this waypoint. Let's go down towards the lake. It's like I stopped talking because I'm crouching. Like that really makes a difference in the game, whether they know that I'm whispering or talking normally. Like I saw like conversation on Twitter about people asking, while playing a game, do you actually lean your head to the left or to the right, to maintain balance, or to peek around corners, do you lean your head? And a lot of people were saying, yeah, I do that. Of course, it makes no difference in the game, but we do it anyways. We as people. Anything up there? No. Nothing around here. All right, let's work our way up to that next waypoint, and then over to that hut, and we'll keep pressing on to the northeast, and hopefully get that blacktail we're looking for today. Are these still some of the whitetail? Oh, hello. Really? Where are you, little bunnies? I hear you. Oh, I do hear you. I can just barely hear them. And oh, there they are. Missed. Hello there. Well, I messed that up. What did I fire? 3 shots? Didn't get anything? Ouch. Onwards. The one thing I forget to do, especially with rabbits because they're so skittish, is I need to take the time to double check how the scope is zeroed. Down in the lower right corner, you can cycle through, like here. It's zeroed for 82 yards, or 328, or 164. You've got 3 different range settings for the scope, and I could easily be shooting those rounds over the rabbit's head if I'm not zeroed in correctly. So I'll have to work on that. We'll divert over here. What's this this white patch up ahead? We'll see what that is, then we'll turn right and head up the hill. Okay, that's good to know. I like adding those zones. We can come back and maybe hunt rabbit again around here. Alright, let's pick up the pace again a little bit. I think we're getting closer back to where I had run into the Blacktail previously. It's a pretty good view from up here. It is afternoon. How are you today, Mr. Gambit? $12:30. I've been up 5 hours now. Okay, let's go claim this hut, and then we'll work our way down to this lake. I seem to remember that there were blacktail in this area. Well, you're welcome to stop by the stream. It's mindless entertainment. I gotta see what Alex is up to today. I don't know if he's working a second job today or not. Oh, there's our hut. All right. We'll head up this direction. I have no idea if this is going to be Blacktail country or not, but we'll press on for a while. I'm patient today. I'm sure Pineapple will tell you that there are days I'm not very patient. I'm still getting used to the gaming keyboard I've got now. This Tartarus. I love it, but I still once in a while get a couple of keystrokes wrong, and well, I am patient today. But I sometimes get a couple of keystrokes wrong, and like the pop-up on this in the screen appears. Yeah, it's a keyboard. It's only 5 keys. Yeah, it's got. Hang on a second. Let me stop and look down. It's got 4 rows of 5 buttons, plus a mouse scroll wheel, and a couple of buttons, and a and like a D-pad for your thumb. It's out of the box. It's strictly the AWSD keys, but yeah, each one's programmable. So if it's a game like this hunting game that is two-handed, you've got your mouse in your right hand, and you just need a handful of keys on the left, then it's awesome. I've been wanting one of these, and Pineapple surprised me with it. But I'm still learning where I made the changes in the key mappings. So it's still a learning curve, but I'm getting better every day. I really don't feel like hunting rabbit at the moment. Yeah, we'll press on. I should probably like slow down so I'm not making quite as much noise. Who knows, I've probably scared away enough animals that if I really knew how many, I'd be disappointed, and there my patience would go. So we don't want to do that. We'll maintain patience today. Hello. Thank you. Yeah, there is a set of presets where for this game I have a specific set of key mappings that I use, and then for my summer car you switch to a different template and all the button mappings can be different, or they can be the same, whatever works for you. I think we can get him 190 yards. It's that Blacktail I want. We're going to have to aim just a little high. I don't think that one went the way I wanted. I think at the last minute I dipped it just a little bit. I think that shot might have been a little bit low. It might have been a flesh wound, but certainly I don't think it was an instant kill. But yeah, I do really like this this keyboard. Not only that, it just frees up so much real estate. I don't need a full 88 or 102 key keyboard to play a game where I only use, 10 keys. Oh, all right, I'm happy. We got the big blotch there. So we know he died, we just don't know how far. He ran, if he ran at all. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. There he is. Actually, I think it's a she. Yeah, it is. No, it is a he.
Well, that should do it. Hope should have enough to make it through the season as long as we have no more incidents. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure. Cash reward. Level up. All right. Yay. So let's see how we're doing on this. Claim reward. Yeah, we'll do that. That's awesome. And the weekly. Harvest wildlife pets and get 100% quick kill bonus. Well, I know that one we just got was a quick kill. And the coyote earlier, is that a fox or a coyote we got earlier? Mission log. No. Hang on. It's under this. Hunter log. Latest. Yeah, that was a coyote. He was a quick kill. The Blacktail was. So we'll get a few more. But now we're going to go vermin hunting. And I know there's a place... Whoops, let's go back to the map. Down here. where this was all rabbit, all around this area. So we'll go over to that hut. We'll work our way south. Hopefully the winds will be in our favor, and we can get a rabbit or two, or three. And then we'll just make it up from there. We'll go some other direction, but let's not plan too far in advance. We'll work our way over to the water, then work our way down. That was moose, something else over here. But I remember as we went under the bridge in this whole area here, there was a lot of rabbit last time. So we're good. And good. Shoot, the wind is not in our favor. We'll walk over there slowly. Maybe if we're lucky, the winds will shift a little bit before we get there. Go where the thrill takes us. Sometimes the best laid plans are the plans you write out in pencil, ones you're willing to change. I love doing that on vacations. What are we going to do today? I don't know. You know, you think of one or two things you want to do that day, you kind of pencil it in, and who knows, you might be halfway to step number 1 and decide to go make a left turn and do something completely different. And it looks like those winds are not moving in our favor. Looks like it's moving a little bit more to the east. And let's see where the journey takes us. Where was that whitetail? Let's use the cow collar. Your family has a go-to location for vacations now. You gonna leave us hanging, or are you gonna make me ask? We're dying to know. Yeah, thanks. You've been hanging around Alex too long. Broken Bow, Oklahoma. Nature trails, you can rent out lodges. Really? I love the name. Broken Bow. Just wake up and ask, what do you want to do? That is so perfect. For us, it was, when I was growing up, it was some family property that, actually both on my mom and dad's side of the family, a lot of aunts and uncles and relatives had property and place in the Upper Peninsula and of Michigan. Yeah, as in, the Upper Peninsula of, Oklahoma. But yeah, that was the same thing back in the woods. It's just wake up and, when you're finishing breakfast, I'll go head this direction, and by lunch you may be someplace completely different. Or you might not have ever moved from breakfast. You just sit there all day. Those winds aren't moving yet. Well, that's good. I've never been to Oklahoma. Don't claim to really know anything about it, but just a little bit you described there. And broken bow, that's too cool. The only place you've ever vacationed and tried to go back to. If it's worth going back to, then it was a worthwhile vacation. If you ever go on vacation someplace and you decide, well, I don't ever want to go back there again. "25 years experience in Oklahoma." Very cool. I love hearing when people find a place like that that's it almost calls, it calls out to you, to return there as a vacation. Doesn't matter where it is, what works well for me may be horrible for you, but the fact is you found one for yourself. That's awesome. All right, well, the winds haven't done much for us, so we'll press on here. We'll try sneaking down and getting a rabbit or two. We might not get lucky, but if need be, we can just push on beyond there. And depending on which way, if the winds shift, we can go off to the left or to the right. We'll keep heading that direction. Ironically, it was that sort of the same thing that kind of calls you, for vacationing. The Upper Peninsula was always kind of a sanctuary or a relaxation place for me growing up, but I thought I saw you there. Got him. The first time I came to New England, it's so similar to the Upper Peninsula that it became kind of a reminder that of some of the things I experienced as a kid vacationing, and to be able to be in a similar area and be able to get to live here is pretty cool. Yeah, but the coyote, this is not going to be good. See, I just did it again. Oh, I know what it is. If I hold that key too long, that pops up. I have to work on that. Wanted to go back to his Cedar Point. Yeah, Cedar Point is a place, it's hard to describe. You have to experience it in order to really get it. I haven't been there in years, but I've had a lot of fun there. I have no idea if it's still the same now as the last time I was there, or even close. All right, Mr. Coyote, where are you? Yeah, come visit New Hampshire. We've got mountains, we've got lakes, we've got ocean. We've got live free or die attitude. And you get to, it's pretty high up there. Yeah, we're kind of north in the New England area, but it's worth the trip. And not only that, you get to read license plates more. We have, per capita, we have more vanity plates than any other state. So there's your trivia for the day. Nope, thought I saw a rabbit there. Speaking of high, we a little bit north of here in the mountains, we have Mount Washington. It's the tallest mountain in New England. I think it's either the tallest or the second tallest mountain east of the Mississippi. But what makes it pretty unique is the severe weather they experience up there. On average, 1 out of 3 days is hurricane force winds at the top of the mountain, and you can drive all the way up to the top. And it's not uncommon to have it 20-30 degrees cooler than down at the base of the mountain. It's pretty awesome place. In fact, they already had their first recorded snowfall for the year up there. That was about a week or 10 days ago. They reported their first snowfall. So I haven't made it up there this year. COVID really kind of put a crimp on those day trips or weekend trips. Don't go up there with mediocre brakes. You don't need the brakes much, going up. Coming down is a different story. Hello. And he can smell me too. That darn wind. This mist isn't helping much either. What goes up must come down. I got everything working against me. I've got the haze or the mist. I've got the winds. I just heard something. Do we ever contract companies to run audio? Not so much. I left radio quite a few years ago, and have been working in television since about 2007. More often than not, I've worked in television than radio, and unfortunately, running audio isn't something that a television station puts much value in. The sad truth is, after spending so much time honing your skills as a good audio engineer, you realize in television that they just refer to audio as that noise that goes along with the video. The video's the important part, and audio, that's just that noise that goes along with it. So yeah, we don't have much for using freelancers for events where we're short-staffed. But yeah, I was pretty disappointed when I had spent a lot of years in radio, 20-ish, 21 years, and I went over and started working in the engineering department of a television station, and just realizing if you closed your eyes and just, with a pair of headphones on, really listened to the quality of the audio during a newscast, it was atrocious. But no one really cared because the important part is what you see. Alright, there's really nothing around here, and this wind is not our friend at the moment. And it hasn't shifted either east or west, so... Last time we worked our way across the river off to the left there. Yeah, as long as you can hear what's being... That's pretty much it. If you ever noticed, when they have an anchor out, it's a breaking story. Let's say, I don't know, there was a barn fire, so they put a reporter in a truck out in the field, and they say, now let's go to John, who's out at the scene. This John guy, he might have a lapel mic clipped on his shirt or his tie, or he might be holding a handheld microphone. And even then, it's kind of a half-assed effort whether or not they're actually talking into the microphone, they're talking across the microphone. The microphone might not even be on. They might be doing just as a visual, so the mic flag with the call letters of the station are visible. Audio is secondary. Seriously. Did you see that? Did you just see that? I had my headphones on, and I thought, I can hear some footsteps. I turn around, the moose is right there. Oh. All right, I'm gonna have to go disable that that all caps rule. Ah. Yeah, I'm killing the viewers. All right, let's go back the way we were. He's gone. And I decided this time we'll go off to the west. Last time we went to the east, so let's go see what... I have no idea if there even are animals down here. Poor Gambit. And let me guess, this is a need zone for rabbit. Or, oh, you know what? This might be a rest zone or a drinking zone for the moose that just ran away. Let's take a look. Come on. There we go. Black bear. More rabbits. Let's go around the side here. There we go. Get up on... I don't see any. We'll sneak up a little bit. I really should turn around once in a while now. I'd hate to have a repeat and have that moose come up behind me again. Yeah. TV radio doesn't often use third party. No, not very often. Um, when we do, at least in television, reach out for third party companies, it'll, a lot of times it may be hiring out an entire production truck where, yeah, we're doing an event and we need a mobile control room. We need cameras, lights, cable, staff. Um, we can reach out to some companies that that have the whole multi-million-dollar suite on wheels, and we roll a truck in for an event. And then even then, the extra staff is contracted out with the rental of the truck. Only reason I asked, yeah, it's up in Delaware. No, never worked with anyone out of there. My years when I was doing college sports, because we were an ABC-owned station, we did a lot of work in conjunction with ESPN and ABC Sports. So it was always the production teams out of Bristol, Connecticut from ESPN, or the ABC teams out of, give me a minute, my age is Lodi, New Jersey, is where the ABC crews were out of. And then it was things like, college sports rolling in, sometimes one or even two trucks to do Big Ten football. Those were busy days. And here I am doing the same thing again. Where am I on the map? I'm still running around with my scent going right downwind. Let's head this direction. Again, I have no idea if anything's even down here. But we won't know unless we try. And I think for the near future, or the foreseeable future, the need for broadcasting to have even their entire staff of their own before hiring it out with COVID, it's just not happening. I'm not even a baseball fan, but I've had fun watching the highlights of Major League Baseball since COVID. And the way they've done cutouts in the stands and stuffed animals, and maybe baseball did this in the past, but I don't ever remember seeing daily highlights of catches, home runs, and plays. I'm not even a baseball fan, but the work that MLB has put into their season this year for leveraging social media to let people keep in touch with the sport. I think baseball has done an amazing job compared to the NBA or the NFL getting up and running. Of course, the NFL season is still in its infancy, but I've just been really impressed with how baseball has done it. Virtual fans? Really? I haven't seen any of that. And I forget which team. I could guess, but I'd probably butcher it. I don't know if it was the Phillies or what, but they had in the cutouts that they were putting of people in the seats around around the stadium. There was a shot, and it looked like it was like a telephoto lens from center field, but it was, if I remember right, it was looking at the batter from like the pitcher's point of view, and one of the cutouts behind home plate was Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's. You know, the blue nylon jacket and the sunglasses. They had Bernie sitting there behind home plate. The people are sit at their computers with webcams and watch the game, and they get, oh, no kidding. Oh, that's cool. I like basketball even less than baseball. But for that virtual interaction, yeah, I'd watch for some of that. But yeah, if you do a Google search for, baseball, Bernie, it wouldn't take long to find that image of Bernie in the stands. That was pretty good. All right, I need to pick up the pace here. They have a stand up here that we can build, which means at least at some point there's animals coming across this area. And that little animal meter, or indicator, when I first started playing this game, I was just about to Google, what does that white diamond in the lower left corner of the screen mean when it keeps blinking? Then I realized it wasn't a diamond, it was the six-sided thing. So then I was thinking, well, I'll just Google what's the six-sided diamond. It's a hexagon, I figured out. But so apparently when that is blinking, there's animal activity. So I would assume that means somewhere within our little range here that we have animals either entering our zone, which, what's that, 250, 300 yards? Hello. But again, it's directly downwind. Oh, this wind is going to be the death of me today. You prefer them both over football? Yeah, that's another thing I realized after moving to New England. That being a Patriots fan and being a football fan aren't exactly the same thing. You can be both, or you can be one or the other. What do you mean, nope? Very different. So Gambit, are you not a Patriots fan? That being the same as okay. Okay, back to my question though. You a Patriots fan? I'm very against Bill Belichick. Okay then. Okay. You know, comments like that'll get you banned just as much as all caps. Nah, I'm just kidding. But I will admit, I am a huge Belichick fan, in addition to being a Patriots fan. But they are different. I became a Pats fan long before Belichick even came to the organization. Very fresh. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. For me, bears are hard enough to hunt in this game. But to have this haze and to have him partially downwind, excuse me. That is true. I became a. I'm really gonna put the age indicator on here. I became a Patriots fan when they drafted Drew Bledsoe. So that puts me back to the early 80s. I was a huge fan during the, well, I was already a fan, but I loved the Bill Parcells era. I did not become a, I didn't come along to the Patriots just because Tom Brady was already here, or when he came here. I do like Tom Brady. Can we even see you up there, Mr. Bear? This has been a long walk for nothing. Suffered through enough 6 and 10 teams, the Cowboys. See, you mentioned the Cowboys, and I think it's either going to be a love-hate kind of thing. Either you love them or you hate them. For me, what a lot of people have issues with Belichick, and I respect people that have different opinions. I don't claim that mine is the right one. But Jerry Jones is a guy I just can't. I can't deal. Can't do it. And whether or not he's any different than a Robert Kraft, probably not. Hello. I just saw something run. What was it that just... Would you stop that? Oh, you're not a fan of his either. Okay. Alright, I'm about to give up on this whole area. This has been a bust. Alright. Time to go other direction. Could head over here, though. Tell you what, let's go back over here. See what we can do. Maybe get a couple of mallard. Finally, I'm someplace where the wind is in my favor. And if we can just get this haze to blow out of here, I'd be a much happier person. So were you a Cowboys fan going back as far as like the tail end of the Emmitt Smith era? Some of the other memorable moments. Wasn't it Terrell Owens going out and laying the football in the center of the star on the 50-yard line? Yep, Michael Irving, Troy Aikman, wow. They're all ones. Yeah, I'll disable it before the next stream. Did I just see an animal in there? Yep. Come on, what are you? I see your legs. Do I just take a shot and shoot you? I could do that. Well, shucks. That was right about here, I think. Come on. Why won't it let me? Seriously, you're gonna be like this? There. I'm clicking the mouse like mad all over here. Yeah, but I want it here. There. All right, let's walk over there. So there's an achievement that I want to get for hitting an animal that's barely visible. That's kind of why I took that shot. So what was the all caps thing? Was this another football comment? Or were you yelling at me because I missed seeing an animal or something? I feel like I missed out on something. I heard something. Oh yeah, the Terrell Owens thing. Yeah, that was... See, what's hard for me some days is I remember watching some of the where was he? Was he over here? I remember watching some players as they became freshmen in college, and they came up through the Big Ten, and now not only have some of them, finished their careers, retired, waited the time period, now they're in the Hall of Fame. And I'm old enough now going, man, I remember when they got drafted in college. Bleed rate, very low. Ah, crud. $50 to 75%. All right. He's coming down. Oh, there he is. Well, no point in heading that direction. Probably have a good view, but the wind is not in our favor. Let's go on this way. The only one I remember watching a ton was, wow, Austin Siebert. I remember watching some. I remember watching the Rose Bowl one year, and people were talking about this incredible quarterback that because he was only playing for, oh, I'm going to get this wrong. Was it Oregon or was it Washington? I don't know if it was a Duck or not, but and he ended up getting drafted. I think it was San Diego that drafted him, and I could be wrong on that too. But it was Ryan Leaf, and everyone was so excited. This guy was great. Boy, what a bust he turned out to be. I remember Drew Brees as a freshman. Yeah, it's just... I've been away from college football long enough that it'd be so hard to try to immerse myself back in it again. back down to the water. Let's see what's going on over there. I remember watching Peyton Manning when he was at Tennessee. I remember watching Heath Schuler, who was at Tennessee before Peyton was. Texas Tech and A&M respectively. I didn't follow college football from that area of the country. I worked in the Big Ten, so that was why I got a lot of my exposure. Of course, the SEC, everyone watches them because they get the television deals. And I used to, when I was working the U of M games, by the time I'd get home at night we'd go out and we'd do a tailgate show, we'd do a pre-game, we'd do the game itself, then a post-game, and by the time we packed up the trucks and got them back to the studio, it was like a 13, 14-hour day. But then by the time I'd get home at night, I would put on like ESPN2 and whatever game they were running there, and a lot of times it was the Mountain West Conference, and you'd see the Colorado game, or maybe, playing someone from, Butte, Montana, some college from Butte, Montana, or, South Dakota State. I used to love watching those games. They may only have, 4,000 or 5,000 fans in the stands, but I really got a lot of enjoyment out of watching those games. Let's see what we can do. Three shots, one duck, I think. Three shots, no duck? Aw, I swore I got one. So you're biased towards the Big 12. All right, I'll give you that. The one I hated the most, though, absolutely hated the most, was having to go down into Columbus. I hated those games. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Still learning these buttons. Yeah, Ohio State was that was a brutal place to go into. The Horseshoe is an amazing stadium, but the fans were a little too intense. I remember I was down there with U of M, and we were parked in the press lot with a couple of vehicles for the day. We had driven down for the weekend to cover the game, and came out after the game, after the post-game show, and we were packing up our truck and realized that even in the press lot, someone had come in and slashed our tires. We were supposed to drive home back to Detroit that night after the game, so that made for a long day. As in Michigan, yes. Yeah, I did 12 seasons of Big Ten football with ABC. Most of them were with U of M. Come on. A lot of great memories of doing football, but I don't have any happy ones from going down to the horseshoe. All right. Really? See, that's one other one that, because of not being exposed to that, you mentioned Texas OU, and I can say, oh yeah, I know that's a rivalry, but I have no idea of, I have no experience. I didn't even watch the games. Maybe catching some of the ESPN highlights, but I never watched any of those. Poisoned a famous. Oh, that's pretty cutthroat. I like the tradition that's based on something a little less intense than like poisoning trees or something. I think the one of the oldest trophies in the NCAA is the game between Minnesota and U of M. They always play for the little brown jug. I think at the time when I was there, it was like 112 years old or something. And apparently it was one of the teams. I don't even remember which one. It was, for the sake of argument, let's say Michigan traveled all the way to Minnesota for a game years ago. And when they left and got on the train or however they traveled to go home, they accidentally left their water jug at the visit, at the stadium where they played. So they, they had reached out to the college saying, "Hey, we left our water jug on the bench or in the locker room. Can you send it to us?" And their response was, "Well, you come back, and when you beat us, you can have your water jug back. That's the deal." And from that point forward, whoever won the game between Minnesota and Michigan got to hold on to the little brown jug for another year. And like 100 years later, it was the same jug they still exchanged. There's nothing here either. This turned out to be quite a bust of a hunt. Let's go look somewhere else. No. Come on. There we go. And just my luck. The wind, yet again, is going to be my nemesis. Because off that direction, there's usually quite a few animals that go east to west or west to east, and they use this little land bridge a lot. So sometimes hiding out under this tree, as they come from the east, you get a pretty good view of the animals coming towards you. think next time I play this, we may go off onto a different reserve. I love the some of those somewhat harmless, well, you could call them harmless, rivalries that were in sports. My favorite was in the playoffs one year in the NHL. The Red Wings were playing the Blackhawks, and of course they're both well, I say that, you know what, I'm not sure if Chicago was one of the original 6 or not. My memory's fading. But anyhow, there was an intense rivalry between the Blackhawks and the Red Wings. And at Joe Louis Arena in Detroit during, I don't know if it's the first or second round of the playoffs, as the Blackhawks were coming out of the locker room and taking the ice for the pregame skate right before face-off, they played over the PA, 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians, 4 little, as the Blackhawks came out of the locker room. Kind of harmless, and a lot of people thought it was funny, but the NHL actually, after that incident, instructed the Detroit Red Wings never to do that again. That was too insulting or degrading for the Blackhawks. I thought it was funny, and not just because I was a Red Wing fan. Of course, in today's PC culture, I wonder how much longer before Chicago is forced to change the name. If we can't have the Washington Redskins, how much longer before we can't have the Chicago Blackhawks? Or the Atlanta Braves? Yeah, it's a great song choice. Okay. I haven't had much luck in several of these spots today, so you know what? Let's do this. Let's jump back out. Why is this option? Oh, there we go. Let's go to the main menu. We're going to jump over to a new reserve right now. We're going to go to the Hirschfelden reserve and mix it up a little bit. Washington R words. Nice. Yeah, our fantasy league, we took a break from this year. We put it up to a vote, and collectively it was decided just to take a break for the year. I have not done much on this reserve. When I first started the game, this is where I started, and I was having horrible luck. I couldn't hunt anything, and I got sick and tired of it, so I left and I went to Layton Lakes, the reserve we just left. And it wasn't until about a week or so into Layton Lakes that I realized it wasn't the fault of this reserve. I just didn't have a clue how to hunt in this game. I was running around creating all sorts of noise, and no wonder I never found any animals. I was chasing them all away with the noise. So now that I know the mistakes that I made, got some deer over in this area. I'll tell you what, let's go here and we'll go look that direction. So now I want to come back to this first reserve, and now that I know all the mistakes I made, I can do a much better job this time, and it won't be so frustrating. So before we leave, let's go in here and we're going to set the clock back just a little bit. Let's go back to like 1 o'clock. That'll work. we'll start wandering. Oh, don't do this to me again. The mouse has been glitchy on this game today. There it is. Well. No, 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 no. Don't walk away. Just stay there for a second. Got him. Oh, I thought I got him. Aw, come on. Oh, he is there. I couldn't see him with the binoculars. Okay. Because if I missed him with that shot, I just have to pack it up and start playing another game. How are we doing with our... Okay, 2 more and we got that tier done. Let's go back to the daily. Oh, I forgot. We were supposed to be hunting rabbits and stuff, but we couldn't find any. Patience. That's the one thing I need more of in this game. Luck doesn't hurt either. Nothing up there. I wanted to grind my way through the early stages of this game to get my my skills up and get some money built up and some halfway decent weapons, and then work on to another one of the reserves. And I think I may work towards the Medved Taiga, which is Siberia. I may pick that DLC up and head off into the frozen forests of Russia. From what I've heard, it takes a lot of patience. There's a lot fewer animals, but think I'm up for the challenge. No clue where he ended up. Nothing there. Nothing there. Let's keep working our way out towards here. Then maybe we can cut north and see what this is. And depending on how much time we've got, we can just keep working our way through. Maybe that's not such a good idea. We'll go this way instead. The wind is a bit more in our favor. What, am I stuck in here? How am I going to get up that hill? Let's go down here a little bit further. Oh. Now that I'm up here, you little squeaky deer, where are you? Alright. Well, keep heading your... Ah, see, now the wind has come. And it's going to be bugging me yet again. We'll press on. May have to rethink our direction again. This wind is just working against me. Or I'm working against me because I'm the one that's choosing which way to walk. $42 to £54. It's a little thing. Certainly won't need something as big as the 7mm for taking down an animal that small. Fresh. Okay, we'll keep tracking you. I know the scent is out ahead of me, but we're not that far from the water. So he'll either have to go left or right from there, and our scent will just continue out over the water. That's the plan, anyways. Perfect. We'll get down here. That's... Where are you, buddy? Can't be too far ahead. Is that you? Or is that leaves? That's leaves. This better be worth it. You bugger. Well, at least I got the zone added to the map. 250 yards. Nothing else. You have any buddies nearby? That was a miss. Maybe. Tell you what. No. Keep running. No hunting pressure there. That was a miss. Well, some days go much better than others, and second half of this hunting trip was not my best. Not my best work today. I think we may just we may call it a day here. And I'm going to go on with my Saturday and enjoy some fresh air. Get out and stretch my legs. Thanks for coming by and enjoying the stream today. Appreciate that as always. We'll pick up the stream again tomorrow. It's going to be my summer car. And we'll continue on what I've been calling the road to permadeath, or the countdown to permadeath. Very soon I'm going to abandon the game save I have. We'll start a new one. And got a perk point here. And we'll restart the game and start building the car from scratch. What do we got over here? Wind gauge, focus shot. We'll do this. We'll buy that. We earned a perk point today, so there. But yeah, my summer car, we're going to count down our way to permadeath. We'll start again. We will be in permadeath, so if we ever die, our game save is going to vanish with it. But I think that'll be worth the challenge. But tomorrow we'll grind through a bit more. If I remember where we left off, we're hoping for the phone call where we can progress the storyline with the drunk guy. So we'll press on towards that. Thanks again. Have a great day.